Hello everyone, and welcome to Strategy.
This is number 5 of a series of videos explaining business strategy. Today is the product offering. Do you remember the elements of the business model? The resource base, the activity system, and the product offering. Well, today we're covering the product offering. In order to understand why are we starting by the product offering, you have to realize that we're thinking of an outside-in perspective, trying to look at what the market needs and why the product offering matches with what the market needs. The acid test for the product offering will be whether you can utter a persuasive and straightforward statement stating what makes your product offering different to all the other products and services in the market. Obviously, it's not easy to come up with a persuasive and straightforward statement saying what makes you different and worth buying. But if you give it a thought, think of brands or products that you really like and think, why are they appealing to you? Is it by accident? No, somebody has thought of the characteristics that you have as a consumer and tried to come up with a product that is incredibly fit for what your needs are, for what you like. Now, try to put yourselves in the shoes of the seller. Try to think of something that you can create and perhaps be appealing to a market. That will be your persuasive argument. Having this statement is important because otherwise there's a risk of an unfocused approach. What happens when companies are unfocused? They have low economies of scale, so they cannot specialize and they cannot make the most of their resource base. They generally have slow organizational learning with many products that don't sell very well. They have an unclear brand image. They have an unclear corporate identity, and so nobody within the company knows what they're good for. And they are very complex organizations, very hard to manage. And this limits the flexibility. So these companies that are unfocused are in high risk of going bust.
Okay, and how do firms focus? There are two generic ways in which firms can focus. First, selecting a limited number of businesses, and second, focusing within each selected business. This comes from Porter's analysis, in which the firms are supposed to analyze the market and see where are their gaps for their businesses to succeed. Alternatively, firms can analyze what do they want to be and what they want to leave aside. To be competitive, firms cannot be all things to everybody. How do you make your product different? Well, there are several ways. Let's first think of price, which is the easiest one. Let's imagine that you opened a pizza parlor and that you're selling a standard pizza of mozzarella and tomato, for example, and that you're charging $12.99 for it. Now, I'm going to be really cheeky. I'm going to open another pizzeria just across the road from you, and I'm going to sell exactly the same pizza, but at $9.99. What do you do then, apart from being gutted? Well, your only option is to reduce the price to, for instance, $9.99. But if you really want to retaliate, you will go down. You will go to $4.99. Now, I will go out all guns blazing. I will give my pizza away for free. So, what just happened? That was a price war. And who wins in a price war? Well, apart from the customer, of course. The winner is the player who has more cash to burn. Pretty much like in a normal war, the weapon is cash and is destroyed as the war goes along. And the war is over when one of the players loses all their cash. The main reason for teaching you what a price war is to make you realize that amongst the many ways in which you can make your product offering different, price is the easiest one and is the one that you can actually be defeated. I bet you as you were playing this game of the pizza, you thought, well, I'll make a better pizza than my competitor. Well, that's actually what you should be thinking rather than price. You're right. That goes into features, distinguishing by having different intrinsic functional characteristics. So, for instance, putting pepperoni in your pizza, or bundling, giving a drink with the pizza. That gives a sense of value. Or quality, making it so tremendously tasty that nobody can resist it. Or distribution, I can deliver the pizza, adding a lot more value. Or image, I'm the true Italian pizza and the best in the world. Or relations, you establish a Facebook page and then give discounts for that and so on. All these are ways to make your product offering different. And with this, we finish today's episode. The next one will be the activity system. See you then.